I do not endorse anything said in this stream.
Oh, it helps when you actually do the thing. I'm doing a thing.
Well, I know I should be wary. Still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose.
It's showtime!
Hey guys, what's going on? Memes here. Yes, for all tuning in now and temporally in the future. Fyzz is running a little bit behind because as the current host of the show, I'm basically always running behind. So if I am helping to adjust, if you're going to, there's a certain G word I want to use, and it makes so much sense right now because you can brush monster girls and stuff. We won't get into that, but we're gonna be talking about Rift Riders. That's Fyzz's roommates, a Miss Piper. That's her newest comic here. And while we're waiting for Miss Fyzz, we're gonna say hello to some folks here. They're joining us. Welcome, Apollo. Thank you for keeping logistics function of this country running. All I know is, yes, kids are playing outside and everything. It's a wonderful thing to hear, but yes, she's trucking stuff and things all around, And speak of the monster girl, and she shall appear. Hey,
Hello.
what's going on? Welcome, Jelly. Welcome, Jensen, as well as the legendary Parrothead, Low Spec Lytics. Thank you all for joining us. Welcome now. So, Fyzz, you have a very particular task today
Yeah.
because, as the thumbnail says, if you do good at selling Piper's book, you get your own comic book.
Yeah. I'm really excited. Also, maybe if it funds, like she'll stop hogging the damn computer so I can play video games.
That is also highly important as
Yes.
well. But how about this? Let's do a little intro to what the heck is a Rift Rider and what's going on here. All right, we go to our friend the internet. All right, internet. What's a Rift Rider? Let's take a look at this beautiful bean footage.
When your timeline reaches its Armageddon, what's a kid to do?
I'm not a...
Snag the keys to your mom's experimental ship, of course.
That's not quite how it happened.
Drift aimlessly in the rift between dimensions, trying to figure out how to operate it.
Now hold on a sec.
Pick up a few hitchhikers,
Hi.
Hello.
and maybe solve a disturbing mystery that could lead to the destruction of reality itself.
You know, if this time...
There's always time.
I'm not so sure about that.
Get in on the adventure with the Rift Riders on Indiegogo.
Oh, that was kind of fancy. So, Fyzz, you're up. Give us the lowdown. What's the deal with Rift Riders?
Well, y'all like science over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of science fun. So like Piper crammed a whole bunch of science into this picture book. Well, it's
Oh.
got words. It's got science words and science pictures.
Go on.
Am I doing good?
You are doing excellent. Did Piper consult you while developing this?
A little bit actually. She did ask me a few questions. And then she threw a lot of my answers out of the window and said, "Well, it's fiction. I do what I want." But
Well, that sounds about par for the course for Pipes. So,
but she did use some of my advice.
so what's the generalized synopsis?
So the generalized synopsis is these people got in this ship, and this ship can use rifts between dimensions to travel anywhere in time and space and dimension. So they could theoretically go to a million different versions of Earth, for example. Just writing the rifts that naturally occur. But because of that, the main character is the one that looks like that little boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually really old.
Oh, that's why he's able to drink. Go on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually pretty old for a human. The thing is, since that experimental ship is its own like pocket like it can't really be touched by time quite
But
like
what?
properly. Yeah, it's like its own pocket dimension almost. And he's been in there so long, like his body doesn't age.
Wait, but the thing said it was his mom's ship. Oh, he's not from Earth. Gotcha.
He was from N Earth.
Oh, is it called N Earth or is it an version of Earth?
An Earth. Yeah. So in his timeline, it reached its Armageddon, which happens from time to time. It's basically like a reboot, but it means that he and everybody was going to cease to exist.
Did you anger Titan? Because that can lead to the destruction of Earth in certain scenarios. Hi, Titan.
Hi. She didn't tell me how it reached its Armageddon, but at the time, the kind of technology that they had, his mom worked for that version of NASA, actually. NASA was really cool
Oh.
in that version of Earth. And she had developed and was testing an experimental ship to do exactly what it's been doing.
Hmm.
And if the ship worked, it was going to be exploratory. Like they were gonna figure so much more stuff out, but about the universe by being able to use that ship to do shit that they really shouldn't be doing.
It sounds like it's a space-time turbo hopper, except the battery doesn't run out after 30 seconds.
Yes, yeah, kind of like that. I don't know what that is, but it does do turbo hopping.
Oh, no. See, back in the day when I was watching a similar type of picture, multi-picture thing on the TVs and everything, there was a show called Dino Riders, and what it was is you basically had the Valurians trying to escape from the evil Rulons and everything, and then Krulos engages the tractor beam, but they're trying to jump through space and time with their step crystal. He's like, I'm giving her all she's got, Questar. They're totally ripping off Star Trek. It was such a beautiful, corny, but essentially the tractor beam ends up powering up the step crystal, and then they jump and they go to like old school Earth, and there's dinosaurs, and they start fighting and stuff. Basically, that was the show, and one of the commercials that would come up very often on like the VHS. They had commercials on VHS back in the day. We really are coming full circle, huh? Things that make you go, But no, it was something from Tycho, and basically it was called the Turbo Hopper. It was a little like RC race car, and you watch this thing. This thing was flying around, doing jumps and everything. I'm like, this is the greatest thing. I was blessed enough to get one of those, I think, for my birthday or something like that at 1 year, and I had it. And we put the batteries and stuff in. It was like a bunch of B batteries. And for about 30 seconds, Fyzz, it was just like the commercial. And then after that, the battery just fell off. It was like, and then it died. Hopefully the technology is a little bit, dude, for that 30 seconds, it was quite the thrill. But, welcome,
Sounds like
Lugnut.
Viper's love life. Anyways.
Yeah. Some people may resemble that. But thank you, Titan. We're glad you're not angry. Oh, yes. Some of our favorite people. Lugnut is also one of my shirtless brothers from another mother. Where that's some other deep lore. Maybe we'll do a picture book about that someday. But I was taking a look. Full disclosure, I ended up backing one of the things. I think it's the one with, does Piper have like a cover variant or something?
Oh my gosh, man!
What?
Everybody should have been there to watch her draw this cover for like a month. Oh my god!
I heard she gave herself a lot of time. The hardware wasn't cooperating.
Yeah, she gave herself at least a month, possibly more. I can't remember. Oh my goodness, it took her so long. It probably didn't help that I kept kicking her off of computers so that I could play the video games. But then she made me stop. She realized stuff was going wrong, and she was like, "No more video games for you. I have to draw."
Yeah. Well, that's why you're here, because you're a responsible monster girl, and you're earning your keep. Continue pitching the book.
Mm-hmm. And in no way has any ulterior motives like video games or my own book. Yeah.
Oh, I mean that's totally fine. I mean, you can have biases and everything. There's totally a reason for doing it. You want to have your own adventures, and you want to get back to playing your video games.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
Why should people be interested? Go on.
You see that kid? Okay, so he kind of has a complex because he's not immortal, but he's not aging. So that's just one way he won't die. But he could die from anything else.
So he's like an elf.
Yeah.
He's like an elf minus. I will not necessarily wait. Does age catch up with him, or does it just not show signs?
It just doesn't. His cells don't physically age past the age that he was when he took off with the ship.
Oh, okay. No, that's that actually is very interesting. I mean, if you're going to be jumping around the universe, which suspiciously kind of sounds like they're kind of breaking the multiverse, which I'm totally okay with.
They legit do.
It grooves with my job. What can I say? But okay, so basically he's stuck as looking like a slightly megalomaniac tween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he does
Cool.
not like that. He likes the youth, though. He does enjoy the youth of the, the body is letting him do stuff that he wants to do as an adult. He can physically do it. Whereas, if he had aged, he would probably have back problems and shit. So he likes that part. But he
probably
hates
wicked
the being
flexible.
treated like a kid part. But he makes two friends while he's figuring out, because he spends a lot of time basically teaching himself how to use the ship. He managed to luck out and escape his Armageddon in it. But then he's just kind of like stuck in a rift, has no idea how to actually use the ship. So a lot of his not aging time is now he's really good at using the ship. Because he spent a lot of time. And you later on, like, I think he's also like had enough time screwing around to learn a bunch of languages too, which is going to be helpful because this is not a TARDIS.
Tortoise.
TARDIS.
Oh, that's that
Doctor
thing
Who.
from the Doctor. I totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Very little.
Oh, okay. The TARDIS is
I was
like.
trying to make a joke. Continue. Tell us about.
Oh, I was gonna say it's a cheat.
turtles all the way down.
It's basically the TARDIS is a cheat, a sci-fi cheat. Like, how do we explain this? The TARDIS.
Oh.
How do you explain this? TARDIS. But what about this? Why do the TARDIS? Just fuck it, the TARDIS.
Oh, it's their plot armor. I got
Yeah.
you. As well as what? Speaking of comics, welcome Eric. He does a show on a frequent and regular basis each day, welcoming folks to a world of comic books. You two should get to know each other. Speaking of getting to know each other, what's going on, Lugnuts? How are we doing, my man?
Greetings.
Hey, it's Steve.
Oh my.
How you doing?
That's the hat.
Hey, maybe Steve might be able to help me get this book back. Maybe I don't know.
Can you adjust the volume or headphones at all? I'm sorry, it's a little crackly.
Oh,
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm kind of a sound fascist.
He's on a phone.
Actually, I'm on a tablet.
Oh, close enough. He's on a big fat phone.
Yes, I'm on a big. Yes, it's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. But then again, aren't we all?
Well, that's what he said.
Phew, I was about to say that's what she said, and then I realized that would have been really fucked up.
It's okay. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. But wait a second. I used to call my bathroom. No, hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Language now. Hey.
Naughty words.
This is only allowed to. Okay, now you might need to speak to Ords on that. I'm just saying. Wait. Hold on. Is this confirmed? DC Comics are currently breaking their multiverse again?
When are they not?
No. I think he's saying that they're going like whole Crisis on Infinite Earths type thing.
I know to say that they're constantly doing that now.
No. DC, there are some good books out there within the greater mainstream. I know 24/7 Fusion Media, he covers all that type of stuff. Shout out to 24/7. That man grinds it out. He shows me some of the books, but it's like a lot of the more name brand things. You look at it, some of the things that they're doing, it's like, okay, you can. I mean, you're going somewhere with this. You're going to do it awesomely, or are you just kind of going out there? And I'm not saying, oh my God, there's a kitty. There's a kitty. Oh my God, I removed the kitty. What do I do? Here we go. Big kitty.
Big kitty. Meow.
There's a collar.
Back this book. Is a good book.
Earth Kitty's talking.
Well, the cat said it, so it must be true.
People, back it.
Yeah.
He's like,
it's called Dark Crisis on Infinite Earth. Are you?
Oh my God, Dark Crisis. Are they? Now, I'm not gonna say I totally
I'm
called this.
holding out for the fuchsia crisis on Infinite Earths, personally.
As well as the legendary Miss Arwen Avalon.
Spread in loves.
I know. The best person to learn how to properly dunk one's Twinkie. But
Yes.
all I'm saying is
That definitely sounded dirty.
okay. In order to get it dirtier, I totally called this one. Yes, I'm bragging here. I was gonna say I'm like, okay, maybe I called it for the. All I know is at one point I'm like, so what you're saying is they're gonna do Crisis on Infinite Earths. I occasionally say this every once in a while when people bring it up, like I don't know, like 3, 4, 6 months ago, because I'm suggesting they do that with the MCU. Personally, my opinion, there should totally be a carbonadium sword in Deadpool 3. Because remember, Deadpool murdering the MCU canon.
You know what? You've seen the trailers, yeah, for the Deadpool 3. That's funny. It looks like it.
I actually can't wait for Deadpool 3.
Yeah, it's one that I think me and Piper both want to go and actually we'll go actually see and see if Disney neutered him or not.
See, part of what I had heard, and again, this was just rumors across the internet, is that they were going to kind of do it, and they kind of wanted to do that. They kind of wanted to draw back a little bit again, and I believe Mr. Mint, aka Ryan Reynolds, was like, no.
Yeah.
If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it awesomely.
I love that man because that man fucking loves Deadpool and insists on doing the character justice. And yeah.
I mean, it's almost like he's been paying attention, and maybe he is an actual fan. It's like, all right, if we're gonna portray this, let's do it as amazing as we can. Keep it to the character. And if you're going to enter the MCU, here's the thing. Once you bring Deadpool into the actual MCU, you can do whatever you want. You could literally have him just go around, kill everybody, reset the entire MCU. You could hint at it, or you could even just have Mr. Reynolds just kind of wake up. It's like, oh, it was just all a bad dream. And literally do any one of those things.
Kidding. I'll be legit.
Well, the thing is, if done well, which I'm hoping that
they could actually use Deadpool to fix all their mistakes that they've been making.
Speaking of Deadpool, did you know that Piper has a Twitch neighbor called Deadpool, as in Pull?
I did not know that. What?
Mm-hmm.
I know that Ord's Board is friends with one of the Deadpool stunt doubles. He has was it Darth something. Oh my god, I forgot what his name is. I apologize. Darth News or something. But yeah, they let him keep the costume and stuff, and they went to one of the Comic-Cons on the greater, where was it, Indiana or something? Where's Chicago? One of those places. But yeah, no, they were there. They had a panel and everything, and it was kind of fun. I may have trolled them a little bit in the chat, but that's what you're supposed to do. Yes. Now.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
We have the technology. We can make them live forever.
I mean, literally, like that's actually kind of terrifying, but I think actually accurate.
We've been putting actors in movies that have passed away before the movies. It's kind of freaky.
And let's not forget.
I say we, but I actually mean you humans. You humans like to puppet your corpses. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, and let's not forget, Ryan Reynolds did produce one of the most interesting game shows on the ABC network called Don't.
What? Don't what?
I did not with the TV.
Indeed. That's the title of his game show, Don't. Look it up.
No, I totally believe you. I just had never heard of it, but that totally sounds like something Ryan Reynolds would do, because if somebody came up to me with an idea, it's like, there's an idea for a game show. I'm going to have a game show. You're going to host it. You're going to call it Don't. I'm like, wait, don't what? Exactly. Sold.
Mhm.
I have no idea if it did well or not, but getting back
Well,
to books of the
it
comics. Oh, and
it did.
Arwen, if you want to jump on the thingies there, go on.
Let me
Well,
tell you more. Let me tell you more.
Yeah, let Fyzz pitch the Fyzz book. Fyzz, you're gonna be big.
Piper's better at pitching the book. Okay, so he, in his travels, eventually ends up with two companions that tag along, and they're all displaced in time, so they don't really have like anything that they need to do with their lives anymore. Essentially, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so they're kind of just joyriding through space. Oh, here I am. Here it is. Well, space, time, and dimensions. Just kind of enjoying life and having fun and experiencing stuff. But they never meant to set out. They never at this point set out to be like heroes or anything. They just chilling. Um, and then they try to go chill at a place that I think they've chilled before, and they put in the coordinates and they start to move, but then all of a sudden, a bunch of errors happen and they find themselves stuck in some kind of goo, but they're still inside the rift between dimensions in that blank space. Things shouldn't really be able to survive there without being inside like a ship. And this thing is weird.
Now, wait. So what you're saying is they're stuck in interdimensional space goo.
Yes.
Go on.
Well, they all have different reactions to this, but Israel, since he's got a youthful body and can do stuff, he's actually really, really interested, because he's been doing this, hanging out in the rift for a while. This is the first time anything like this has happened, and he's like, "Gang, we got a mystery. Sweet, something to do."
Wait. Okay, so they get stuck in the goo, and is that where we pick up?
Yeah, the book picks up that they're trying to go somewhere and they get stuck in the goo, and he at the exact same time, the errors that are popping up imply that they're the timeline that they were trying to go to just doesn't exist, as if it never existed, but they clearly know that it existed.
So it existed first, or it existed after, or wait, what?
Yeah, it's basically like the point in time they were trying to go was replaced with goo, like the rift, the rift that they would use to little pathway, basically like tears that they would use to get where they want to go. Was plugged up with goo.
Wormhole, generically, yeah.
Oh yeah, we could call it that. I don't know what Piper calls it, so
It depends on where you're going. Technically, if you're going within the same realm of persistence, our cosmos, it's technically a wormhole. If you're rifting between dimensions, that's a little bit more speculative. We might need to decay whatever our... Again, there's a lot of conjecture there. I'd love to have those conversations. Can I be a contributing crazy person? I'll work for free.
Either me or Piper might like to do a show that just like is about like the science behind the Rift Riders. That would be cool. I'm gonna tell her to do that.
Okay.
She did actually do some real fucking science for this.
All right, so let's do this. We got right now $3,908, $6,500 total fixed. Yeah, I see. I'm not sure how Indiegogo works. Is that like a stretch goal or something? Does that help like unlock special powers or something?
There are stretch goals, but the fixed goal is the minimum amount of money that she needs to complete the book. It's basically to pay the artist because Luke does a lot of art on his own books, but for this book, he and Piper wanted a different style, so they got a different artist, and this is the first time that they're that they can't have the books that he can't have the books done before the launch, so that they just have to fund printing. This time they have to fund finishing the comic.
Okay. Well, I mean, you gotta pay your people and everything.
A fixed means if it doesn't make it by the end of the campaign, everybody gets refunded.
Like, so is it going to happen, or like how does this work? I don't understand.
Well, basically, it means that this campaign needs to get the 6,500 in a fixed amount of time, and if they don't hit that, everybody that contributed gets their money back, so that they're not missing out on not having a book. Whereas a flexible goal would be whatever the campaign runner gets, they get, and so that would mean oh shit.
No. I'm just saying. Am I probably gonna get a book, or like? Because I'm okay either way. I mostly did this to kind of like support Piper. I'm like, all right, and Piper has a variant cover. Okay, I'll wait the $25
So
or whatever it was.
So for you as a backer in a fixed goal, if this campaign gets to that 6,500, that means they can make the book, which means they can make your book, and then you can get your book. If it doesn't hit that in the amount of time, you'll get your money back. So you're not out any monies. I know Eric O'Sullivan is giving a lot of advice, and I will tell you, Piper's done a few of those things, and let me tell you. Okay, so Comicsgate Kings is, unfortunately, that's for former mainstream creators only, and she's not one of those. As for the super chat, she did that, and he kind of trashed her when he read it, so it backfired. It was pretty sad.
Oh.
She was really bummed because he seemed excited when she super chatted him about her mailing list for Rift Riders. He seemed genuinely like excited, and that made her even more excited. So when she gave him a super chat to tell him that the Rift Riders actually launched, she was really excited to tell him. And he read it out loud and then said, "I don't know what that is. Is that something of yours? Anyway, these mainstream creators are launching on my channel like tomorrow, so let's go get excited for that." And she was actually like pretty wounded. She hasn't gone back to his chat after that, because the way he did it was so dismissive and just like gross. Who is this person talking to me? Like, she was so.
Wait, hold on, wait. So I was clicking a bunch of other things, so I only passively took that in. So what you're saying is Pipes happened to send like a super chat to perhaps a like larger YouTube channel, mentioning like some of the stuff that was going on. The person on that channel said a lot of nice things about Piper and/or the stuff she was talking about. She got really excited, and when they were actually like I don't know, featuring different folks within different communities or whatnot, she brought it up then and basically got the complete cold shoulder.
Yeah, cold shoulder, and it really it felt and sounded like he was like, "Ew, gross. Who is this person? What is this? Ooh, like, I can't believe I have to read this." Bancroft helped her. Bancroft did help Piper. He hosted her the launch of this campaign. Yes, since it is over 50%, I believe Piper said that they have decided to extend the deadline.
Okay, see, that was my question, because I'm looking at this, I'm like, all right, they're over halfway there and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, now, could that happen in the next 3 days? Anything is possible. If there's anything I've learned from science, it's that very often reality is stranger than fiction. But I just look at this and I'm just like, I think you might need some more time there, Pipes. Because like
Yeah.
I actually started getting kind of excited. I'm like I was just doing it just let me support one of my friends here. I'm like, wait, I actually did want that cover because I got a chance to see like the variant cover like last night on Piper's crazy long stream. I peeked in there. I'm like, that's actually pretty good. It needs some editing. I mean, I'm just looking on my
Yeah.
phone while I'm out jogging at freaking like 11 o'clock at night. But I'm just like, oh, that actually looks kind of cool. I'm like, all right, all right. And she was describing the horror that she went
Yeah.
through to do it because apparently she was doing it with a tablet like hooked up to Mac. But there's lags. Like, oh my god, if you're trying to draw and do it digitally, and there's any type of lag there, it sounds excruciating.
Right? Because it's really hard to get used to when you don't have that when you're doing traditional media. Yeah, so her work computer is an ancient Mac, and it is too old to do some of the work that she's doing on there. Only some of it. But yeah, the drawing stuff, which is why most people don't even know she draws.
Well, this is the thing. It's like, see, Piper kind of reminds me of Xena. She's a woman of many skills.
Yeah, I should have been doing the sad face. I forgot I have that. I should have done the
Oh,
sad face when I was talking about Ethan, because this is how her face kind of looked when
no,
he
no, no, no.
talks the way he did.
I was wondering that, but I just said a whole bunch of nice things about Piper, and then you went into sad face.
I'm just sad at her behalf. Hold on, we'll get unsad though.
It's okay. You know, I opened the opportunity. I opened the opportunity to her last night when I popped on for a few minutes. I'm like, I sit back. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm not saying that some people, and again, just pure speculation from a crazy person on the internet. I think some folks might view Piper as a threat because if you look at the list, I don't even know how high it got. It got up to like 30 or 31 by the time like I went to do other things. I'm
I
just
fell
like,
asleep before she ended the list, and then when I was getting up, she was going to bed. What the hell?
she's done that in the past. I mean, well, that's the reason. That's one of the that should be actually another reason. She can go all night on a stream and literally be bantering, doing this and that. Because I thought the whole thing with like the greater valence of Comicsgate was it's like, all right, you got a lot of folks, a lot of up and coming artists that just want to do something. You've got different valences of community. And again, I'm just mostly extrapolating from my experience, like orbiting around the fandom menace and just like other folks and things like that. And a lot of it is really just seems fueled by interpersonal drama about this, that, throw a little bit of politics there, just because it's like I'll see a lot of the same people and everything, but like as soon as there's some drama brewing, or there might be a little bit of loud noises, or every time like Miss Mellon starts clapping or something like that, Java magically appears and everything. I'm like,
I don't
this
like
is
that
very
noises.
interesting. But that's the thing, and I sit back, and then I'm like, okay, now I realize, and it's like Piper happened to testify, did some kind of crappy things. May he be at peace. I mean, I only talked to him like a little bit on like Edwin Boyette's stream and everything, but like I pop in there, I listen to it for like him like a minute. And I'm like, okay, so the dude's using one of the Angry Birds avatars that literally just shoots through your house and knocks everything over. Happens to troll. I'm like, that doesn't surprise me. Trolls are gonna troll. The limit and the line that you happen to go to, we're of different opinions there. But I'm like, I thought a lot of that was stirred because it also got like views and clicks and kept building up. It was a whole like Adam Warski thing and everything. It's like, all right, we're gonna have some blood sports and everything. People want to see Victor. My thing is, I think Piper could actually like win like a lot of those things if it actually came down to it. She just happens to try to be like the more of like the jolly, I don't know, Frodo Baggins in that like I'm just gonna do my task
I'm gonna tell her
here.
you called her Frodo.
Well, does she have furry feet? According to some deep lore, that Star Wars girl has some fuzzy hobbit feet. So I've heard.
I don't know. I think she waxes her feet though. I think.
I probably should actually do that. I didn't know hairs could grow down there, but they can.
They grow, and yeah, the hair can grow everywhere on a human.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't look like. First glance, you think humans are like these hairless monkeys. They're not. Their hair just hiding.
No. See, hey, sometimes it's around a little bit. Sometimes it blends into the green screen. I began to notice when I took a picture the other day that certain amount of mass and everything, the hair makes pictures look kind of funky and everything. And I'm like, oh, especially if it's dark hair, it
Look at
really
that hair.
stands out.
Look at that hair. That
Oh my
monkey hair.
god.
What
Oh
is
my
that?
god. What is? Oh my god.
What is
Oh,
that?
it looks like Giggity's cousin.
My mom's slippers.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Are you serious? It looks like a Fyzz gig. Not gonna lie.
It-
Oh, they're doggies.
So they are
Very
related to
serious.
Fizzgig, because Fizzgig is wolfkin, canine. So
Yeah.
they're both within it's a clade,
Mm,
the group
yeah,
or
we
something
related.
like. Oh,
Eric says hit refresh.
oh, okay, all right. Blah blah blah. I'm doing the thing. Oh look! Oh, I think somebody else got a variant cover. I wonder who that could be. I don't know. Maybe the man that actually. Eric literally talks about comics every single day. Like he's a far better content creator than me, in that like he actually has content like lined up. He'll talk about different things. He'll bring them out and everything, and he loves supporting small creators as well
Oh my
as.
goodness. I think that if you really like love comics, but because they're comics in the medium, I think you'll really like this. This is all ages. It's not a baby book though.
This is
Hello.
actually
I should
one of the
tell.
things.
Hey Piper, where you at? Guess what I did? I got you a backer. Can I have my book now? I'm good at this. I don't know. I think she heard me. I hope she heard me.
Almost. You just need like another 39%. So just need 30 more times of that. What's going on? And
the contribution I'll make is the old Jerry Lewis telethon Tiffany theme.
You actually have a kazoo. I can respect that. But as well as
Yes, I do.
welcome Jen from the Church of Entropy. Hello and 59 stellations of the icosahedron to you.
Wow, you too, dude. Right back at ya.
Wait, hold on. Is that actually true or wait. Jennifer, did you because here's the thing. I remember last night when I was doing the tessellation thing, I just kind of offhand said, I'm like, if you break it all down, it's triangles anyway. I actually didn't count that on. Oh, that's very interesting. I'm not even sure if that was a light troll or that's actually physically accurate. We might be able to do some more science and stuff, but that's fine. She's learning the importance about comics and everything. Yeah, well, it literally is one of the OG, at least in the modern style type of mimetic communication. Because they like Superman and stuff. My dad, God rest his soul, like I think he had Superman #1. I think my mom threw it out while cleaning and something at one point. These things happen. But
well, you should read the history of comics sometime. It goes back earlier than that. One of the earliest forms of storytelling that's not verbal. Verbal being obviously like the earliest, because duh.
Wait, hold on, wait. Fyzz. So what you're saying is cave paintings were literally OG human comics.
Yeah, those are probably closer to picture books, but yes, those were meant to convey information and a story too.
Whoa, we're getting all historical here. I mean, Professor Wolfram was literally trying to like model like some of this stuff earlier. Like they were trying to do like, all right, let's do the history of countries and everything. And like, okay, we're gonna do the borders, we're gonna do this and everything. And then the professor's just like, should we just bite the bullet and just like literally model like space time itself throughout history? And I'm like, wait, hold on. Is it on this date, September 29th, 2022, that Team Wolfram became time travelers? It also happened to be the day that we're pitching Rift Riders. Totally a coincidence.
Yeah, Eric, she's got that one. She's got that book too. She keeps telling me to read it. But I've been playing video games. Well, I should probably read it. I have been reading some of her books. She's got that one too. That is a good one.
Now,
she says it's a good one.
By the way, on YouTube, there are a couple of Stan Lee speeches that would knock your socks off.
Yes.
See, that's something I think Piper could do for content. So, like, rather than occasionally throwing you under the bus or sending me lewds or something of you, she could literally.
She did what?
Comics. But where is it? Squirrel.
낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일.
So while we're stuck in the galactic goos and everything, Fyzz, you're doing an excellent job of selling comic books.
Awesome. Yeah, because she said if she does my comic that I gotta promote it myself, because she says doing promotion streams it looks like a lot of fun, but can actually be very tiring because you're talking a lot.
Well, I mean, technically it's sales. I may or may not have done corporate sales for about a decade. You can have a lot of fun doing it, but
Don't on her. I love talking, so
grind.
So she said she's letting me practice. She's letting me practice on this stream with this one.
Eric's booty is a shaking. Oh, we got a shaking, a making. But yeah, time to bring home the bacon. Unless
you
you're
just
not
gotta imagine that my booty is shaking too.
There's
more to this story. There's more to this story.
Continue.
Well, okay. Yeah, I can tell y'all some more. So they have this mystery on their hands, and we found Iswaldo. And then oh shit. Okay. So the pages, there's going to be more pages. They decided that they were afraid. Okay, Piper's afraid of spoilers. Apparently, she's really stingy about telling people the contents of the comic because she doesn't want to spoil a single thing. But in the process, like she doesn't tell enough. She tells about as much as I did, honestly. So there's another problem that this goo attracts, and Dillard is drawing those pages right now, so they're going to be out of order, but they're going to post those pages at the end of this 30 days onto here, so there'll be even more to look at. So there's this bug thing. There's a bug thing that is also there. They didn't know it was there, but it was there.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. So, oh my God, how does this even work? Okay. There's intergalactic space bugs.
Space months. Yeah. So the people, the friends in the ship, they say it looks a lot like a rift roach.
Ooh, those are
only it's big and more monstery than roachy.
Oh my God, kind of like in Men in Black.
Oh yeah, or Starship Troopers. There's big monstery bugs there too.
Oh, I like that movie. There were a lot of explosions.
Yeah, that movie was fun. I don't like bugs very much.
Yeah. A lot of people aren't. Well, especially if they start attacking you with gravity weapons that they sometimes projectile out of their back to create the force, which then hits the rocks and everything. They were very smart, but I think Doogie Howser was smarter. But there's a referral contest.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So if you use the copy link function on that page itself instead of using other people's links, although retweets are like the best and stuff, but if you use your own link and start referring people, there's a list on the back end of this campaign that Piper can look at, and it'll list off like in order the top people referring, like what the I think it's how much backing their referrals are doing is how it's ranked. And freaking so outside of the people that are actually working on this book, they don't count. So the top that aren't those people, the top's gonna get a random little something, a little prize in their order. If they are a non-physical backer, they will get contacted to work out getting a prize to them.
Wait, hold on. So, since I am not officially creating this comic book, but I'm doing a stream that's pitching this, does that mean I have one referral?
Yeah, if they're using your link, then to get there, yeah.
How do I do my link? Is it because I put it in the chat or the thing? I mean, I'm okay either way. I don't really care. I'm probably not going to win. Anthony's going to win, of course, but
actually, he's not made it into the top 5. That's all I've been looking at because that's the first thing that shows. Like the first thing I see without scrolling is just like the top 5. He's not in the top 5. You scroll up,
Okay.
back to like where that green line was.
Oh, is it green? Oh, this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see right there, there's a link button. You can also just directly tweet it from there. Get your link from there so it knows it's you.
Okay. Wait, how does it know it's me? This is kind of creepy. Cookies.
I think it's magic. I really don't know how it figures this crap out. Google.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, so it works out.
Yeah.
Oh. Fyzz, what are your thoughts on Eric? Doogie Howser was evil. The bugs were not. Drugs.
Bugs, I think, are just evil by nature.
There may be some slight household bias there, but
no, I am just kidding. Bugs are just doing what they do to
stuff.
Get by. Just doing them bug stuff. It just happens to be very creepy and annoying to everybody else.
Yeah, especially when it blows up like San Andreas or whatever.
Yeah.
I totally got the wrong part of the Earth, but I apologize. Buenos Aires. There we go.
Well, either way, we're blowing up fucking people, places.
Okay. So apparently, Armageddon is upon. The kid's name is Israel.
Israel.
Okay.
Israel
I see what you did there. Oh, that's kind of clever. And
I didn't name him, or the Piper didn't name him either.
No. That when I say I see what you did there, I was referring to you, which by you I meant Piper, and by Piper I have to actually backtrack and say all the folks working on the comic.
Okay, I get it now.
We're using some category theory and topology and basically mental gymnastics to justify the words that came out of my mouth.
Sweet.
So what I'm saying is, okay, you have the protagonist, Israel, and Armageddon is basically upon like his civilization, his Earth, and everything. So he hops in his mom's crazy new extra sciencey spaceship and starts surfing the rifts cosmic. And while he's kind of going around, he's learning about the ship. He makes some friends, and they get stuck in this interdimensional goo. And at some point, some very big, creepy bug roach type creatures start coming around, and they need to be dealt with.
They're gonna be. They're gonna be it might be a problem that keeps plaguing them.
I stand corrected, San Paulo. I apologize for my racism.
Freaking shit. I was gonna say. Oh yeah. So this is a mystery that's going to be an overarching mystery that's going to lead them and take them on a bunch of adventures if the series takes off. So if the series takes off, they can go on because some people say, well, it says number 1, so how many are there? And Piper said she can probably wrap it up in 3. But if it, gains traction, she can make their adventures last for a long ass time.
Well, when you have the ability to basically have a transdimensional turbo hopper with your friends,
that's a lot of stories,
and the series could go on for quite a while. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'd pop into this show at some point.
Right?
Just saying. I like cosplay.
And right though? And freaking Luke, he also points out a lot. I heard it. He points out that the other cool thing about the setup for Rift Riders is they could cross over with any book and it would make sense.
I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the reasons why I did this show, because it's like, all right, we've already invaded the Puppetverse. That is canon now. It's on the internet. I'm looking to slide into some other folks' realms of persistence there. Consent matters. Consent matters. Or if you happen to send an available means of destruction link with the proper summoning jutsu, one may appear. But no, I was wrong. You were right about Buenos Aires, the Starship Chouquet. I apologize for my racism. Continue.
And Eric is right about the painting bugs as evil, not as a human being evil. Humans have a concept of good and evil. It is based on their own personal morals, but humans do have the ability to premeditate and actually, plan their actions. And that, I think, is what gives them a capacity for doing something good or doing something evil versus an animal. Especially bugs. They're running more on just pure feeling and instinct.
Yeah, it's their bug stinks and everything. They do their bug stuff. Well, humans, we do our human stuff, but we also, at least to our understanding, have the conceptualization that time and other stuff and things will be happening. So rather than just, it's like, all right, gather, store food for this, go upon instincts here, we can look like, oh, that could be kind of nice. How might I go about getting this? Will I put in the grind? Will I put in the hard work? Will I do something diabolical and just be like, I don't know, kind of like in a survival game, murk you and take your stuff? The Means of Destruction channel does not promote violence unless we legalize dueling. Fictional, hey, that's what comic books are for. Continue, Miss Fyzz.
Some bugs, it's just like some have such short lifespans that they really just don't have time to fuck around. Like, he does say, do bugs feel regret? Does evil mean no regret? Evil, I think, is a decision.
Jen saying, bugs frequently fly into walls.
Yeah.
I'm not sensing much capacity for regret in that, huh? I'm not gonna. I meet walls occasionally. Sometimes you may go through the wall. These things happen. But yes, there's a lot of different stuff going on here. Wait. The final installation of it. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. That's fascinating. Save that for a video for later. But go on. What else is going on? I want to scroll through and see the other stuff and things.
Yeah, there's quite a few things going on. Like I said, we're using the last few days of this 30 to put some more cool stuff to look at on the campaign. And also we added three tiers. I mean Piper and them. But it was my suggestion, damn it. It really wasn't. Um, but original art. So you can get this is mostly done digital, but the best scenes in the book going to be done traditional. And you can get those pages, those original pages for keepsies.
So are they like hand-drawn cells, or how's that work?
Yeah, that means they would be like hand-drawn and inked, on paper. It'd be in black and white. It would be the line art.
Ooh, oh, they'll do that occasionally for okay, all right. Wait a second. So what you're saying is like Piper's like treating this like, I don't know, an actual professional business, and like what some of like the pros do down the line and stuff. Like if you want to do this, maybe. Oh, I see what there might be special presents. Okay, continue.
Go, get on.
It's okay. That's okay. These things happen. Occasionally, there are other critters that wander into the.
Sorry about that. Cat Kitty was trying to barf where I sleep.
It's hey. You are a space wolf with a kitty. That is canon.
Yeah, there's a lot of animals that live here. Piper said that I was originally one of them, and then I turned into a roommate. And sometimes she wishes I would turn back into an animal.
Well, we've come this far. Oh, that's wonderful, Jennifer. Continue about the book.
And Titan, I just want to tell you that if you watch enough crime documentaries, actually it happens a lot with people that do heinous things. They legit just are like, I'm gonna do this, and I know it's fucked up.
So now I'm totally evil. This is why I pitch myself as more like you. If they say it's like, well, everyone's the hero of their own story, but then if you don't like it, and there's a conflicting nature of, I don't know, a particular situation, morals, whatever type of things you want, very often those people become the villains. So I'm like, all right, you get heroes, you got villains, and then in the instance like Deadpool and Stone Cold Steve Austin, you have anti-villains. No, excuse me, anti-heroes. Derp, I gave away the whole bit. This is why sleep is important. So if you have anti-heroes, the next logical step is anti-villains. And that's why I said we should be anti-villains. Because we're villains, we might just do a terrible job at villaining.
That's a fun concept, yes.
Okay, now I totally want this book to actually do well. If not just because like Piper's cool and I want to see like the adventures with Fyzz, but the sheer fact that what Jennifer is kind of telling me right now, I'm pretty sure we could probably meme some of the best representations of what might actually be going on, either theoretically, mimetically, on a particular level of conceptual consciousness. Basically Piper could actually be the first to put it into like a multimedia form. Like wasn't this one of the big things with like Star Trek? Like you had like whatever physics was at the time, they would kind of incorporate that. Like I had like Babylon 5 was always like, the tachyons are rising, and people were like, whoa, what's a tachyon? But now we have the internet, so if people hear about or see different things, they can actually look it up. So basically it's a complementary process in that basically, number one, I'm trying to like meme this into the public consciousness. Like, and again, maybe it's all wrong. I'm just saying at least the framework that we're kind of working with right now with Mr. Thad Roberts stuff that Ben's been working on, that I've been trying to figure out a little bit as well. Yeah, it has one more confirmed prediction than string theory. It predicted the Muon G2 results last year. That's when I started paying attention, because like I remember Jenna, we had downloaded like Dr. Eric Weinstein's like Geometric Unity. We're going through it. I'm like, whoa, we can talk about this. And then Jen's like, you need to email him to see if we can actually use it, because he has like I didn't read that part on the page that he requested permission. And I was on a couple of Discord servers, but then like a week later, I'm like, oh, here's this. This is cool. Very next day, me on G2 results, new physics. I'm like, wait a second, that video I listened to, it predicted it. Basically, if we could add some of that stuff into Rift Riders, if and when this also takes off, people will be like, where are some of the first instances? This comic book had it before everyone was talking about it. Maybe we should purchase it.
Right? That's one thing that's really cool about your humans and your science fiction is a lot of your science fiction is a lot of what if, and then later you get the actual scientists and they're like, well, yeah, what if? Let's try this. Holy shit, we can do this. It's so cool. Like a lot of stuff that I play with right now that you humans have was science fiction a long time ago. Like it was imagination. Like it was you made this shit up, and it was sci-fi tech mumbo jumbo. And then the humans were like, well, wait, hold up a shit. Wow. Hold up a second. We can actually have this.
Your Piper's roommate. This all makes sense. But well, this is the thing. This is the beautiful part about humanity. We are simply the dreamers and the memers of dreams. I totally worked on that for a while, or at least it popped in my head before. I almost forgot how to say it. These things happen. But
I'm actually really interested in your chats back and forth about good and evil, and I like how it started over a rift roach. Like, it's kind of fucking
look
cool.
at what you've done. You've stimulated discussion and thought. Let's go
I'll tell you humans something, a little cheat. I'm not supposed to tell you about the future, but I'm probably able to tell you this because humans will never, till the very end, actually agree on what is exactly good and evil and what it means and what actually is a good thing to do and an evil thing to do. There's going to be really obvious stuff that like seems good, but in somebody else's eyes, they're going to call it evil. So just so you know ahead of time, I might get in trouble for telling you all this, but just so you know ahead of time, humans will never figure out the whole good and evil thing. For one, it's a concept that humans themselves made up, and yet they never figure it out after.
So it's memetically irreducible.
But you know what? It's cool. It at least keeps people talking about important stuff. I think it's kind of important.
Well, it's
important to have a concept of, I think.
Well, that's the interesting. Well, see, I think isn't that one of the things that maybe, at least, and again, as somebody that's generally appears in human form, I'm a bit of a human supremacist per se. Okay, pro-human. We'll say that. Isn't that one of the things that differentiates us from like a lot of the other things? Because if you're gonna do the consciousness thing, a lot of time it's like, well, what's this? Is the sun alive? I don't know. Sun seems. I watched a video about attempting to drill through the Earth's mantle, and it's like, well, it started getting hot and sticky and gooey. I'm like, that sounds like when a mosquito bites me. I'm like, oh my god. Well, Mother Earth is totally alive. But the thing is, it's like, okay, how are we going to differentiate ourselves? It's like, all right, well, we're all different. We're more similar than we are different, but we do each have our own unique life experience. It's almost like if humanity was like a sum total of a computation, it's like, well, we're running multi-computation because we're each a little bit different. If we're computing exact same, giving the exact same answer, isn't that inefficient? I don't know. I literally, my mind just went there. I've been watching.
The thing that separates humans from the rest of the animals is logic.
And
animals, even the most intelligent animals, their logic, the essence of their logic is, I want to do this, so I'm going to do it. Or this feels good, so I like it. Or this is fun, so I'm doing it. Humans, a lot of the more intelligent animals do actually kind of have what appears to be a sense of morality. It's more a sense of emotions. My
cat knows when he messed up. He gives me that look. He's just like, yes, I just did this. I know you're not going to like it. It's just like,
But a lot of times that is 100% not feeling bad that they did it, but feeling bad that there's going to be consequences and they're going to do it anyway.
I mean, that
And then
sounds
be
like
like,
a
oh
child.
shit, there's consequences, damn. Humans got to the point where they were taking the time to think about the consequences ahead of time. And can logic themselves into and out of and doing something. If not, humans would be doing stuff that we now see as evil. Like, animals do a lot of stuff that by human standards would be seen as evil. Like non-consensual stuff, killing for fun, a lot of fucked up shit, honestly, that even the cutest animals do. Humans stopped and was just like, is it really okay to be doing this? It's kind of fucked up, ain't it? Like,
Well, I mean, you could also argue that that's part of like self-persistence, well, and basically just perpetuating the species that is like Homo sapien and stuff like that. And just even the whole, you go into the whole like conscious, conscience thing, consciousness. Yes, two
Yeah.
different words, very slightly, but maybe that kind of folds over there if that you have consciousness, which is like, okay, the generalized form, panpsychism aside, it's like, all right, typically most folks will say, all right, humanoids, conscious, dogs, conscious, cats, conscious, fish, conscious, and stuff like that. But when you're going into the logic, basically logic is literally just mathematics. That's the purest state of mathematics, just standard logic. It's like if this, then that, this plus this by this. Those are like the elementary, and then you can get really fancy and everything. And then when you add in more and more stuff, you have additional complexity. And then if you have the additional complexity, that is the ability to do these different things as well as whether it's good, whether it's bad, and the ability for individual agents to do things, to reflect upon them, to think about what may happen within our future light cones and everything of our lives, of what's going on, of humanity itself. If you combine that with everyone else being able to influence one another as well, and that people's minds may change, or even if their minds don't change, they may still act in a different way. That sounds pretty complex. And that's why I stand by if we can solve for universe, we can solve for us. If we can solve for us, we can solve for universe. I think there's a certain level of equivalence there. They're both complex, different scales. They complex. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Talk more about the book.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end it on humans. You humans, I'm sorry, you'll never decide what actually is evil, especially. Even Eric says, oh, there's a lack of morals. Titan says a lack of empathy. It's all relative is the problem. I think it's the fact that humans keep trying to nail down a singular thing. But in the end, there's going to be, humans that are, like for reals, they're doing good stuff that should be good in everyone's eyes, I would think, personally. But that's the problem. I think personally, even the celestial beings aren't immune to this. They just go with they either just go with keeping everything on track, keeping everything the same, or they go with their own whims. And they think what's best is what's best. The individualization of humans too, to kind of they're not a herd of all the same animal. They start, really doing like their own things. Adds to the complexity.
Well, there's one thing that I know.
I put the fires out.
You made them worse.
Worse or better?
The world may never know. But no, I think a lot of it is kind.
This
This is
was
the
very
thing.
interesting, though. Yeah, this was cool.
No, a lot of it is relative. It seems, at least in my opinion, at times, which is also interesting because it's like, all right, well, one of the primary theories that are basically governing how we do physics and try to generalize things happens to be general relativity. Now that, huh?
You know what? It would be cool. You know what I would love to see humans do.
What's that?
Get a group of like biologists to like pull their minds together and come up with their definitions of what good and evil is. Get a group of physicists to do it. Get a group of psychologists to do it. Get a group of like the different religious groups to do it. Get a group of like, just normal people doing their thing to do it. Get a group of government people to do it. And see what their answers are, like what the answers they come up with. Like just hearing them discuss it would be interesting.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can we just get everybody to answer? Because like, don't we have the technology to like be able to do that?
Well, yeah, but I would like to.
And then we could say, no. I totally agree with everything. What I'm saying is, you kept listing more and more groups, and maybe it's just because my mind goes to the infinity groupoid and stuff and things like that. Basically, how I was trying to justify the words that came out of my mouth earlier, I was utilizing like some of the things from like topology and stuff. It's like, all right, I said this, by this I mean this, by that I mean this. So that actually means this to go to this. So basically I'm connecting each statement, each thought. Perhaps it's just a random neuron firing in my head or something like that. Maybe there's some power cosmic. Let's just say a force running through all of us, guiding us down particular paths. Yes, I saw that comment earlier, Eric, there. But cows, I remember hell cows. It's a heck of a time. But
no, but I was
anything
saying
else?
For the sake of like being able to watch their branches in logic of each group. So get like 5 of people that are experts in this field, 5 that are experts in this field, and then just watch each group. Sit back, watch each group debate among themselves until they come up with an answer they can agree on. And then when you've done that with all these different groups, compare answers, see what all of them came up with.
Oh, you're basically doing the thing in the video that I listened before. I like lay down for a 15-minute power nap before the stream. It was something from I think the Simons Foundation or something. I think I tweeted it out. They were talking about motifs within graphs, which basically I actually listened to the whole thing because they actually motif, that was one of the words in the Wikipedia article when I was going over tessellations last night. So I'm like, okay, this seems important because if that's the way you're able to actually tessellate things, and hypothetically if we happen to have 17 wall groups of tessellations, basically you were listing different groups according to at least mathematics, at least on Wikipedia. Yeah, there's 17 different groups you can actually do for tilings. Coincidentally, there's 17 elementary particles within our cosmos. Total coincidence.
Perfect. We get 17 groups and like have them discuss it based on their expertise. So you say not as, your personal whatever, as a biologist, what do you think this is? Or so discuss as biologists from a biologist standpoint, what would you say this is? From a psychologist standpoint, what would you say the answer is? From a this and a that standpoint, what would you say the answer is? I just compare notes, and humans will still never figure it out, but it'll be really interesting.
Oh my god, I forgot what we were actually talking about, and that was
Oh,
the
book.
that that was
Oh.
the part that you initially you were giving us a spoiler for the future of humanity, assuming we don't
Oh, yeah.
destroy us. So basically, it's memetically irreducible in that no matter how much time goes by, everyone ain't gonna agree on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that makes us unique.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Humans are interesting. That's why the Celestials watch them and sometimes poke them.
I
You are kind of like a big science experiment, though.
Wait, hold on. Are you insinuating the gigantic rock that hit Earth that ended up creating the moon and just a tumultuous set of circumstances that literally, when you go about exactly everything that happened, seems like a miracle we were here? I mean, I can't think of a better way to end the show.
Started with a thought in the void.
Ooh, that. I need to go back and clip so much of this Fyzz philosophy. Fyzz philosophy with Fyzz. I forget what I'm gonna call it. We'll call it something nifty. Oh, and you should totally do Piper's posse for pipes. Or somebody already took that. All right, we'll come up with some snappy things because here's the thing. Piper was trying to explain all these stuff and things. Realistically, aside from the people that were there at the time, most folks aren't probably going to go through and like watch like I don't know, an 8 or 10 hour stream or like that.
Yeah.
It's like you just have Anthony write down a list. What are the general points? It's like, all right, I'm a gal. I has these things, this stuff, this things. Testify. It may be a piece. All these other things. Platforming this person, throwing shade at the same, yada yada yada. I'm like, just do this. We'll put it to some silly music. There you go. We'll save Piper some issues just because she's such a good girl and she's talented. Because that's the thing. That's the thing to bring things around full circle. Because universal truth number 10, things tend to come full circle. They're important. Thank you, Jen. The thing is, at least with humanity, it's like, all right, we got all this stuff, and now I see a person that's trying to go about things the right way, utilizing technology, is able to draw, is able to do things on her own, has the ability to get along with most people and everything from what I see, is entertaining, in my opinion, is a very attractive young lady, as well as actually putting in the work, supporting folks within the communities, different valences and stuff like that, doing the right things, and seeming at times to get the tail end of the stick, and people just kind of poking her because they can, and she doesn't really go out of her way for drama and stuff like that, but it comes to her. That's also one of the other reasons I hang out with Piper. I love drama. I've been trying to catch trolls for so long. That's one of the reasons I started doing the Amico things, as well as like following around Miss Melons. I'm like, there's some drama here. Let me engage with these people. Very often it's just a difference of opinion. It's like I don't need to go after somebody and say like, I hate you, you're evil because I disagree with you. It's like, okay, I hear where you're coming from. I disagree with you, but I don't need to call you. Maybe I need to start calling more people evil. That feels dirty. I don't know. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. The cool thing about Rift Riders is that all of that could be explored in this series. That's what's really cool about really fun about the space-time dimensional science fiction is like the sky's not even the limit. The universe is not even the limit. There's no limit.
I've heard the sky's the limit, but space is the place.
Yep, that's not even like when you give them the ability to also jump dimensions. Man, you could travel over one universe and be like, that was cool. I have more ideas, and make them travel all over a completely different universe.
Well, I think we broke it.
Because he's right. Life is everywhere.
Look at
humans aren't the only ones doing stuff. Humans are very fascinating when doing it, though.
Can confirm. Yep.
And let's not forget they're taking reservations at the restaurant at the end of the universe, so get them in early, quickly, please.
I see what you did there. Oh. Oh my God, there's feet. I shouldn't have. Oh God. I shouldn't have scrolled.
That's what you get. You get the first 5 pages of story, with the uncleaned up dialogue, but the raw dialogue. But
whoa, this. I'm not gonna lie. I blindly supported this just to support Pipes. I didn't even look at this. Now I'm getting engaged.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's the Go! I could have been showing the Go! Oh my God. Oh my God, it's a space booger. Oh dear. That just
or
raises
technically rift boogies, I guess.
This is raising all these other questions. All right.
I think it's kind of pretty for being creepy goo.
For somebody that used to watch American Dad, be wary when you get tossed in the goo. All right. And in order to attempt to get some referrals and stuff, there's a link in the chat. Once more, again, reservations apparently are being taken at the end of some verse somewhere. And I hear...
I did it again!
What?
Refresh it.
Oh, okay. What's the thing here? What's the thing? Oh!
There's another one!
Oh my God. It's rising there.
Oh, Piper totally has to make me my book now. I'm good at this.
You're doing pretty well. You're doing pretty well. I mean, it's for somebody that's only been in the mortal realm for so long, good job. But yeah, all I know is 42 explains a lot, but 44 explains more. And with that, Lug, Fyzz, Eric, Keisho, Jennifer, Arwin, going back through the time, Titan, the mighty, mighty Titan. Thank you for not angry at us there. Awesome one. And Jelly Duck, Jensen Quinn, Low Spec Linux, as well as Parrot Head, Apollomy, the first to join us. Thank you all for joining us. Peace out, everybody. Be safe. And no matter what happens, you never know what's going to happen because...
I gotta sing the Doom song now! Doom, 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 doom.
All I know is, hey, maybe we can do it with a MacBook Air. Who knows?
Although this is going to be weird, and it's going to be about a different...
Title of the conference was something like Ground Truth or Turtles All the Way Down. And so it seems as though there's one Ruliad. I don't think it rules them all. And it might be just hyper Rulial Turtles all the way down.
Yes, it's on the back of an infinite number of hyper Rulial turtles.
Various people are commenting on the outrage of hacking the universe on a MacBook Air.
Peace out, everybody.
Have you guys checked out the Memes of Destruction's channel? He's an interesting dude. I like him.